Hi, I'm Matthias. I'm the Managing Director of Remedy and I run the studio.
My name's Oskari Häkkinen. I'm the Head of Franchise Development at Remedy Games.
Well, Alan Wake's a best-selling writer, but he has a problem. He hasn't managed to write anything in over 2 years. His wife Alice takes him on a vacation to the idyllic small town of Bright Falls in Washington to recover his creative flow. But when she vanishes without a trace, Wake finds himself trapped in a nightmare. His latest thriller novel that he can't even remember writing is coming true before his eyes, word by word, and that's kind of the setup where we start from. It's a psychological action thriller, it's a story-driven experience, and for us, a thriller really means mood, atmosphere, suspense, and a smart story to give a reason for all the scares.
The dark presence in Bright Falls have taken over the locals. Or actually, the dark presence is taking over everything in its path, from machines, vehicles, to inanimate objects, as well as the locals. And they have a dark presence around them. And this dark presence can only be, before the player can do any damage on this dark presence, he first must remove the protecting dark presence away with his light. So this dark presence, really, the light is his only ally to defeat the dark presence. We're starting off in a cabin with Wake and Barry, and Barry is Wake's agent. He's a kind of a comic relief to the story, but a great example of the supporting cast around Wake himself. The scene that you've seen here today is at the Elderwood National Park. Wake finds one of his missing manuscripts, and the manuscript talks about Rusty, who is the local park ranger, and talks about his broken leg. Funnily enough, these manuscripts have a tendency of coming true, and all the scenes that he read in his manuscript all of a sudden start becoming true. Wake is trying to find Alice. Wake is under the belief that Rusty knows something about Alice and where Alice is, and has some of the manuscript pages, and he's trying to get to Rusty to find the manuscript pages. Rusty has hidden the manuscript pages from the dark presence and for Wake to find, and Wake's trying to get there. So he goes through a short journey. He comes across Taken, he comes across Poltergeist, vehicles attacking him. There's some inanimate objects that attack him. Very scary. The Jeep, for instance, is a poltergeist. We see trees falling. You see the trail of the poltergeist with the big trees falling. Wake's following that. In the end, trying to find Alice. And then the scene ends on a big cliffhanger again. And that's kind of, our thing here is we have episodes and big cliffhangers kind of leave you at the edge of your seat and you can't get to sleep, you need to play one more episode. So that's kind of what you've seen here today.
Alice! My wife is missing. They took her.
For us, we really wanted to convey a condensed Alan Wake experience where we show different elements. Kind of the mood and the atmosphere and the storytelling are key for us. We are building a psychological thriller, and for us, thriller means a smart story to give a reason for all the scares. And we wanted to convey that in the short space of time that we have. But we also wanted to show a lot of the gameplay and also kind of the fundamentals of using light as a gameplay element.
Alan Wake will be able to utilize light in many different forms in the game. The player should be constantly thinking how he can utilize the light sources around him, whether it be a car or whether it be a turret that he can man. Obviously he's got his flashlight with him. There's different types of flashlights. I don't want to talk more about what type of flashlights he's going to have, but there will be other things available there in forms of light. Obviously the night and day cycle is very important. Day and night. We have daytime scenes as well where the player gets to meet the quirky locals of Bright Falls. But even in the daytime, a dark place can be dangerous.
Alan Wake's coming out in spring 2010 for the Xbox 360.